Horror has many faces. Death wears many different masks. But pure evil wears only one. And this is your final chance to see it.
I don't believe it. Even after weirdo scenes like that, these characters are continually reassuring each other that things are going to be okay. They keep saying that, even though we know, and they should surely know by now, that things are never going to be okay. And
Let me just underline how bloody these special effects are. It's an R-rated picture, and it's awful. We get to see, if you go to see The Legacy, a woman impaled. If that weren't enough, we get to see a guy explode in flames, and we get to see him roll around in flames. That's what this picture's about. It's a cheap, rough picture.
Well described, Gene. You know, there are bad movies and bad movies. Some are bad because the people couldn't make a better one. This movie, the only thing in it that had any effort put on it was the special effects. There was no story. The people who made this movie possibly started with the special effects and said, let's put these special effects in a movie. Now let's just have people walk around for an hour and shock them with this stuff. Those sound to me like very mean-spirited people.
Yes.
Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. So welcome to let me get the banner on here. Let me get myself out of my ear. I don't like hearing that either. So hopefully the mic is working. Yeah, this is the Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday chat and watch along. So anybody that pops on here, I really appreciate you guys coming by. We got technically one more movie we could watch in this series of films. We can talk about whether we want to go back and watch it or not. But yeah, this is the final one as far as everybody thought at the time. This is when New Line had taken it over. They did Jason X. They did this. They did Freddy versus Jason. So either way, really appreciate everybody. Anybody who drops in, hit a like on the live stream. You can put your comments in here and I'll pop them up on the screen. And then looks like we got a couple mainstays already here. Rick, he says hello. What's up, my awesome friend? No, you're awesome, not me. And then Dougie Fresh comes in. Hey, Rick. And then he says, appreciate you guys coming by. Jason Goes to Hell was better than what? I don't know what you said there. DGAO, Jeff Man, and everybody. Yeah, what's up, everybody? We're watching Jason Goes to Hell. We were talking about, I got mine queued up from the Shout release. You can watch it digitally if you want. This thing doesn't add a lot. It's got a couple of scenes where the kills get expanded, but if you own this is the PSA. Make sure you, I don't know if they'll still do it or not, but there were replacement discs. So make sure that you are watching the disc, the replacement one. If you want to know whether it's a replacement one or not, my old one is still in here. The replacement one of the unrated version has an R1 at the end of the numbers. I was talking about that on one of my streams. So I really appreciate all you guys coming by. Before we get into it, let's talk about the movie a little bit. This is Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. It came out in 1993. The theatrical version is an hour and 27 minutes. I don't remember. What is the... it's 91 minutes, the unrated version. So in this movie, we can get some plot. If I can get it to pull up on the damn Internet Movie Database. It always fucks me over when I'm trying to do this. Jason Goes to Hell. The secret of Jason's evil is revealed. It's up to the last remaining descendant of the Voorhees family to stop Jason before he becomes immortal and unstoppable. This is the final battle to the end of Jason's reign of terror forever. Serial killer Jason Voorhees' supernatural origins are revealed in this. I'll go ahead and read the next paragraph. Jason is killed by an FBI task force. Oh, spoiler alert. And is presumed dead. During the autopsy, though, his spirit possesses a coroner. A bounty hunter gets into contact with Diane Kimball, Jason's half sister, and the rest of her family. And now it's up to the Kimball family and the bounty hunter to kill Jason and send him to hell to end his reign of terror and death forever. Oh, you know about the trailer was better than the movie? Yeah, that one that I used was a fan cut one that I got off of YouTube. There's a lot of problems with this movie. Number one, they fucked with the lore. Number two, at least Kane Hodder's in it somewhat. I don't like the body hopping thing. I think as far as a horror movie goes, it's pretty creative, but as a Friday the 13th movie, it's very disappointing. Kane Hodder's in it in multiple instances we'll talk about. I think they introduced a character that seems like he should have been part of the lore, but in Creighton Duke. That's one of the reasons that Peter Anthony chose that character to be in Roseblood to explain it a little better. But either way, we can get into the ins and outs of this movie. It's never been one of my favorites. There is one more we need to watch. Ironically enough, we started doing these watch-alongs with Friday the 13th after we did a poll where you guys helped pick, one of the movies. I think it was supposed to be one that we were picking raunchy horror movies. And I guess somebody picked Friday the 13th Part 2 because it's got that pretty epic nude scene of the chick, going out into the lake and coming back, walking full nude. But we watched Part 2, and then later we ended up watching 3, final chapter, New Beginning. We watched Jason Lives last, and then we watched New Blood. Yep. I think we've watched them all. And then Jason Takes Manhattan was the one we watched last week. We didn't have a lot of people come in for that one. And then in the past, we've watched Jason X and Freddy versus Jason. So the original Friday the 13th is the only one that we haven't watched. So we might need to go back and watch the original to say we watched them all. I've had a cold since Wednesday. My throat hurts. Been tested for strep, influenza, and C19, all negative. I am a little hoarse, and I apologize if I drink a lot and lick my lips. I've recorded videos tonight, and one of them was my Jeffy Awards. I had to go back and recut some of that. I had a lot of people promise to be in that, to do intros and announce awards, and at least 2 or 3 of them ghosted me. And even though I see them online, they haven't sent me their videos. So I had to go back, and I don't want to drag this shit out forever. There's a couple of real important awards that I give out. Look, here's my statue from last year that I did to honor some people. And I don't want to keep delaying it. So I went ahead and just fucking did some of the awards myself. There's one of like the cards that I was holding. You still can't get your long video up. Maybe you should delete it and re-upload it. But either way, so the Jeffy Awards will be this week. I just got to re-edit the stuff that I had to re-record. So thanks, but no thanks to the people who agreed to do some of the stuff and then didn't. Doug, I know he did his early. So I've got to edit it in. Some of the videos also that people gave me to announce the awards, they sent me really bad, poor quality videos. So we can talk about that later. So, yep. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Well, I'll start at 5. How about that? So I've got mine queued up. Hopefully the audio is already ready. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. So you think. Make sure my audio is working. Yep. It's in my ear. So yeah, the artwork, I like the artwork. I mean, that damn devil worm is cheesy as hell. But that box set's still pretty amazing. My audio is low for some reason. There we go. So we got the girl There's lights in my fucking face too. We got that girl driving to the cabin in the lake. Little Easter egg, teenage, a buddy, and I saw this movie in the theater, and later that night we got arrested. What'd you get arrested for? That's not good. I saw all of the Friday the 13th from part 6 was the first one. That's probably one why it's one of my favorites. That was the first one I saw in theaters. And I saw everything after that in theaters. Freddy's worm looks better than Jason's. I give you that. I just don't like that whole concept. That's got to be a bad omen. You walk into a house, flip the light on, fucking light bulb basically bursts and melts. How would she know? Well, I guess we know now she's with the FBI, but how would she know to go out there and look for bulbs? That damn awards video is going to be long. You was talking about, Doug, your video couldn't get uploaded. How long was the video? Could that have been the, they should have had it where this is like the Evil Dead house out in the woods. And that's like the shack, you know, where the chainsaw would have been. Since it is tied to the Evil Dead. I'll probably lose my voice during this. This might be good. People might tune in to not hear me. So we literally get to watch somebody changing a light bulb. Woo! Looking more like a lantern. Well, I guess the out of left field thing is to trick you, make you think that, you know, Jason, you're just like Jason. You think that she's a regular just camp goer coming up around Crystal Lake. It's a trap. 45 minutes, man. We don't get any like tremendous nudity right here. You get some of her rear and you get some excellent side boob. That's good shy boob. And we get some hiney action. Got a little bit of a nipple there. Better than what? Part 6, 7, and 8 didn't have hardly any in it. Any TNA. This is where she meets Jason here, coming up. So Sean Cunningham sold the rights to his part of the franchise. There's the man. Which is why you only get Jason and you can't call it Friday the 13th. I thought he could teleport. He teleported in the last one. Which I don't think he did. From what I read, the directors just said they cut it funny. Cut it just to be funny. He really can't teleport. I argued with somebody in a horror group that they said that was one of Jason's supernatural powers once he was brought back to life. And I was like, that's a bunch of horse shit. What was it that you opened in the video? This is one of the better parts of the movie right here, at least. They first guy tagged him right in the middle of the damn head. They're fucking shooting. Do you see the blade like lit up like they're ricocheting off the blade? Yeah, I need to do that. I was planning on doing the Renfield. Here he comes. I thought it was weird. You can hear Jason like screaming. Took a long damn time for that damn head to land, didn't it? Oh, Bizarre, you still feeling bad? I'm sorry about that. She smashed the like button. She's here in spirit, but she's sick, just supporting the stream. Probably won't talk because I'll probably fall asleep. That's fine. I hope you feel better. I know it sucks. There's a lot of that shit going around. Doug was talking about he didn't feel good. We missed a lot of people at work after the holidays. Jason goes to hell. The final Friday. Here's the coroner's office. Federal Morgue in Youngstown, Ohio. And there's good old Kane Hodder right there with his beard. Does he speak any dialogue? I forget. Why are they patting him down? Oh, he said line of dialogue. They got to pay him as an actor now. He said dialogue. I always thought the soundtrack to this was kind of cheesy. I never was a huge fan of it. Hold on a second. I need to adjust my light. Sorry about that. The extra light that I have was glaring off the television and I couldn't even see half the screen. I don't speak German. I tried reading the back of it. I started laughing a little and I butchered the Italian names. Molto Banda. That's funny. Yeah, I have a couple of those German ones that I've unboxed and I just didn't even try to read the names. Like that movie I was telling you about, the Christmas Bloody Christmas. I have the German media book of that, and then I've got the German media book of X, because so you get it in 4K. It is so random how they choose what movies we get in 4K when other countries get them in 4K. I think it's stupid. Yep, we all hope Bizarro Supergirl feels better. It sucks. At least you're probably not in the cold as well. Aren't you in California? It's cold here, man. In good old Virginia. I wonder what he's drinking. A 100 bullet wounds. How in the hell would you count all that? Was he got to pull out the bullets? What else is that guy? That corner guy? I've seen him in something else. At least they got Harry Manfredini back to do the music. This guy's deader than shit. He was in Norbit. He was in Bean. He's been in the Magnum PI TV show. This dude ain't been in a whole lot of anything good. A lot of TV movie shit. Did some voice work on American Dad. He was in Daddy Day Camp. No, thank you. He was in Hood of Horror with Snoop Dogg. I was looking for something good. He was in Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. Damn. Oh yeah, he was that's right. Wasn't his name Duke? I haven't gotten to that yet. What year did Rocky 5 come out? I'm getting there. I'm in the early 90s. He was in Revenge of the Nerds. There he is. Yeah, his name was Duke, George W. Duke. And then that's good. There's a somebody called the Duke in this. You know, I watched Rocky 5 him and then long ago when I got that 4K box set. Movie wasn't quite as bad as I remembered. But I think Rocky Balboa blows it out of the water. I think Rocky knew what was missing. And I'm glad he came back and made at least one more. I'm not counting the Creed movie. So the heart's beating. It sounds funny in my ear hearing that through my earbud. They got a lot of bass to it. Well, at least your meds are kicking in, making you feel a little bit better. Have you watched anything good this week since you've been resting? This motherfucker's eating his heart, man. He's eating that thing like he's eating a Big Mac or a Whopper. Get it. You should have known you shouldn't have got that special sauce on there. Yep, big hugs to Bizarro. Old Star Wars collecting hobby might not come on here. He might be pissed at me. Which media book was it? You don't have the steel book for the 4K Addams Family? Yeah, I mean, why does Germany do a lot of those media books? You watched a documentary on Nightmare on Elm Street? Is it that one about Robert Englund or just the actual Nightmare on Elm Street itself? Yeah, that steelbook does look kind of shitty. He wanted to be part of my Jeffy Awards. And I'll give you the short version. I told him he could. and he told me he wanted to know could he do like a comedy skit instead of to announce the award. It was one for the toys, and I told him yeah. But he sent me a video that was like almost 20 minutes long, like 15, 20 minutes long, and I told him I couldn't use it. That was a nominee / announcement award that I needed it to be quick because it would like stop the flow of the show, and he wanted me to use it, and I told him I couldn't. So we went back and forth a bunch of times. He sent me another one, and it was still way too long, and he didn't want me to edit it, but I'm gonna have to because I can't. Everybody else's is like 30 seconds to a minute, other than one that I did say that they could be longer, but it was because it was a special award and because it was a high production value. Let's just say that. I don't want to spoil it. So, yeah, I think I made him mad. I don't think he showed up last week, and then he didn't show up he hadn't shown up this week. Was it that I can't think of the name of it. It's I've got a Nightmare on Elm Street documentary. It's one of the popular ones. Never Sleep Again, is that the name of it? But hopefully he understands. I mean, I didn't do it to be mad. I just know that my award show is going to be long enough as it is. It's probably going to be like 30, 40 minutes. And I can't stop in the middle of it and do an award with an intro that's 15 minutes long. So hopefully he understands. This Creighton Duke character, I think they dropped the ball on. They should have done more with this character. I'm real glad that Peter Anthony decided to use that character in his Roseblood movie. So Bizarro, if you talk to him, you can tell me we talked about it. I apologize. I mean, it's just I couldn't use it in the form that he sent it in. But no hard feelings. I'm still including him in there. He'll have an edited version of his video in the middle of it. You watched Sympathy for the Devil and you weren't impressed? I mean, it was good for an average Nicolas Cage movie. It wasn't anything special. The guy that's in it with him is the one that was in that Silent Night. I think I'm going to like that Silent Night better than most people. That's the way I felt about Saltburn, man. Everybody damn was telling me to watch that movie. I still got that final scene etched in my brain. The only thing I don't like, here's an aspect of this movie I don't like too much. You get the mask, the machete, the whole damn thing. They stole that from Jaws. The head, the tail, the whole damn thing. How does the Duke know so much about him? I heard that there's possibly some deleted stuff that shows that his sister was one of Jason's victims, and he's been tracking Jason ever since. Still haven't watched Silent Night, waiting for it to come digital and to Silent Night. Yeah, it's coming out soon. Autobots attack Jason. Yeah. we need help with this movie. Please attack now. I don't want to say. You mean you haven't watched? I thought you watched Saltburn, right? Did anybody that's in here watch Saltburn? If so, what did you think of it? This has got the great Erin Gray in it. She was in Battlestar. Was it Battlestar Galactica she was in? No, she was in Buck Rogers. Shit, I used to always get those confused. I was watching one of those documentaries and said those two there, the lady and that um, nerdy little dude, they were supposed to, their revolt roles were reversed, and when they auditioned, they switched them. How would she know who he is? I was laughing to Saltburn to go along when you were talking about, but when you get to the comment, yeah, sorry, man. When I'm too rambling, I like that. But yeah, Saltburn is that was a tough watch, man. I don't know that I'd ever go back and watch that movie again. Saltburn will make a man drink. I'm gonna have to drink me some here. Why would he be so rude to the cops? I ran out of my normal booze, man. I'm having to drink poor man's booze, man. I got Fireball here. Oh, sensational cinema. I hadn't seen you here in a while. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Hit the like on there if you don't mind. Say no to male nudity. Yeah, I always joke and say if a movie says it's got extreme nudity or something like that, it's always males because they can't show the actual female genitalia in movies, if you know that, unless they want to be an X-rated. So yeah, but we gotta watch some male nudity in that movie. Really, I'm not a big fan of it. That's just when I run out of stuff. I always this is so cheap. You can get like that 10 pack for $10 of the shots. So when I need something to drink, I always have some to fall back on. Appreciate you. That burned. I think it's because my throat's dry. I was telling everybody I was recording a video, and it took me a while to do it, so I might lose my voice. What have you watched lately? Sensational cinema. Name something you've been watching lately. I need some more. I need to get that Saltburn taste out of my mouth. I need something new. What's good on Prime? Does anybody know why they filmed that damn movie in like full screen? Like why was it not why was it not widescreen? Like yeah, that shot package. What's Dr. McGillicuddy? I don't know what that is. And getting slaughtered. It just tastes like the Fireball candy. It's a menthol shot. Can you get that at the ABC store? Hey, the Doug, did you hear that Jacob Elordi, whoever it is, you know, the tall guy, skinny guy that was the main character's obsession in Saltburn, he's gonna play Frankenstein in Del Toro's adaptation for Netflix because I guess old Garfield backed out. Oh God, I hate peppermint schnapps. I'm not sure. I'm currently watching The Night Agent. I watched the trailer, whatever you want to call it, the intro of that. It didn't look bad. You have to let me know whether that's any good or not. Yeah, I want to watch the Iron Claw too. I haven't seen it yet. I figured that I didn't think that would do too well at the theater. I thought it might be and it came out around Christmas, so I haven't been to the movie in a couple weeks because of the holidays. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to watching that as well. Be interesting to see how they portray the Von Erich family in there. I think it's at least one of the Von Erichs that didn't like the movie, at least how they were portrayed. So here would be your second chance of some female nudity in this movie. You get the girl in the lumberjack shirt. It's going to be cut in half here. So why does this chick go along as the third wheel and not have a dude? This is a prop you'll see in my. I was looking at my phone. I taped my Jeffy Awards card to my phone so that I could look like I was holding a card and not reading. And I haven't taken it off yet. I got to get back to watching Riverdale, but want to watch the Dario Argento films. I like Dario Argento. Riverdale, I got disappointed in that, man. I fell off after about the third season. It started going downhill for me, and I didn't watch much after that. The Night Agent pretty good, mainly if you're needing something to watch. It's a series. I watched 3 in a row when I first put it on, so I give it a B. All right, well, I'll put it on the list. I won't watch it immediately then. You talking about Riverdale? I liked it because of the ladies that was in it, man. It's got a couple of those ladies from Twin Peaks back in the day. I used to have crushes on some of them. What was the one's name? Let me look it up. Riverdale. Ooh, that fireball went to my head. Madchen Mick. Is that how you pronounce her name? I can never remember how to pronounce her name. There was something else. Somebody else was in it. That was the one. That was the show that Luke Perry was on, right? He passed away. Seems like there were 2 women that were in Twin Peaks on that show. I can't remember. Also got to watch Martin. Yeah, I haven't watched my Martin 4K since I got it. It hadn't been that long ago I watched Martin. I think it was on Shudder a while back. So, but that Orbit DVD had that Martin 4K cheap for a while, so I ended up getting it in with something else I bought. This body hopping shit is stupid with Jason. Are you ready for Tony the Wonder Llama? Really? Really? Does that get a girl hot these days calling it Tony the Wonder Llama? Yeah, I bought Renfield with some other stuff I bought from Orbit DVD. She gotta go wee wee. She gonna go pop a squat. I see she put her panties on to go out there. There's so many people around. I didn't need the whole urinating experience like on film. She's like that lady that was in that YouTube video, said she didn't wipe anymore. She used a litter box. The redhead's dead. So do you think if they had practiced safe sex that the Jason would have killed him? Shame on her. She's supposed to be a role model for 20-year-olds pretending to be teenagers everywhere. Hola, ¿cómo está? Was Rent doing good? I liked it. If you like, Dracula type movies, I thought Nicolas Cage was excellent as the Dracula character. The plot was what's that comedian's name? Aquafina. I didn't like her character at all. I just don't like her that much. She was pretty decent in that movie about the quiz show that was on like Hulu or whatever, one of those channels. But I didn't really like her in there. I thought she dragged the movie down a little bit. That the guy that plays Renfield is going to be the Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie. Blah. I don't get why other countries can use the VHS artwork, but America doesn't. Makes me mad. Well, I don't get why other countries get 4Ks or Blu-rays and sometimes we don't. What's up with that? That pisses me off. Like, let's see, right? Renfield was a 4K, and you got to get that. Oh, he stepped on the rubber. Yeah, you got to get a foreign release to get the 4K of Renfield. Here it comes. This is the infamous scene. Oh, right through the gut and split. It's pretty fucking epic. One of the best kills in the franchise. I can't read. I was looking for something. Oh, I found it. But either way. That's cool. I'm not going to say anything about that other than that I'm editing the video and that it'll be in there. So he's been working a lot. Speak of the devil, how's everyone? Star Wars collecting hobbies. I appreciate you stopping by. I told Bazaar you might be mad at me because I was editing your video down that I was going to include in my awards. I had to re-record some of that damn award stuff because a couple people that promised me videos didn't come through, and so then they were going to present them. And when I recorded originally, I had their name in there, and then I had to go chop the fucking thing up. So that's been a nightmare to edit. So, but it's fun to do, and I like people being able to look back at the stuff that I chose as my favorite things for the year. And this year I included some of you guys in there. I did some polls for votes on certain things. Look at there. Look at those old GGTV. We were talking about you earlier. I appreciate you stopping by. We're watching Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. How far are we into this mug? Over there where the numbers are is covered up by my light. I can't see it. How far are we into this thing? Yeah, Dougie Fresh said, "Hey, GG. Appreciate you coming by." I don't know. I mentioned you. I was telling them earlier I was recording my Jeffy Awards, and then I had to redo some of the stuff. I told them that originally you were going to help me, but I got somebody else to do it. Hey, ironically enough, Gigi, you'll find this funny. The person that I got to help, I got their opinion on what the favorite one was, and they picked the same one you and I did. So I thought that was cool. Well, I told, just so you know, he doesn't have to send it to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post his whole, if I edit it down, I'm going to post, I promised him I would post the whole thing out there for everybody to watch later. So you can send it to her if you want, but I'm going to post it out there as in whole because I promised him I would do it. I'm 36 minutes and 30 seconds in. So Doug is our official timekeeper. My name is Lance. I can count to potato. That's cool. Brent the Mania 89. Do you like wrestling? Your name's Brent the Mania. I appreciate you. Hey, come in and like the video if you're new to the channel. Always hit the like on your way in the door. Oh, that's cool. You know I love you, GG. Hope the stuff you and I talked about is better. Dude, you don't have to apologize. You and I have already talked about that. The cool thing about it was you communicated with me, unlike some of the other ones who promised and then ghosted me. So you are a true friend. You like told me what was going on, and then I'll always understand that. So my bullshit video is not as important as real life stuff, man. But it'd be nice for people to actually treat me like, nice, as far as if you're going to agree to do it, to like tell me when and why you can't do it. You still need to watch The Last of Us. I've watched that. That's pretty good. I'm a big Hulkamania, pro wrestling fan. So you heard Hulk Hogan may show back up on there soon. They're going to do, the 40th anniversary of Hulkamania. Like the video, anybody that's new. It looks like we got a couple new names in here. I appreciate it. I've had some good activity on my videos lately, so hopefully we get some new people joining in. Like, let's not talk movies. What were my picks for the 3 for 33? I actually got 2 of them delivered today. So I ended up getting blah blah. Hold on a second. I don't want to get it wrong. I got Two Guns on 4K, Green Mile on 4K, and Shrek 2. So I already own the first Shrek and Shrek the third because I got them in Best Buy on sale. I never got Shrek 2. So I ended up getting that. So the movies that I chose were either $16 or $17 each. So it's like I got one of those for free. With Shrek the fourth, that's not on 4K, is it? Ghosters are the worst. I know. Look, I know YouTube isn't important, like as far as the grand scheme of things. I do it for fun, but I mean, I'm a big proponent of if I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. Or if I can't, talk to them like you and I did. That's all I ask, man. That's one of the goals I set for us at work this past year is more effective communication. That a lot of misunderstandings are just that because you don't effectively communicate with people. Hulkamania is 40 years old and still running wild, brother. Yeah, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you or JEFFMAN316 runs wild on you? What do you think the state of physical media is in stores 2020%? Well, I think to me, I was going back and forth to somebody on one of my videos. I think it's going to be a little bit better than people think. My Target actually started, revamp their movie section. If you look in the Hunt video I did, they got one main section and they got 2 end caps, which is more than they had at the end of the year. Like around October, November. Walmart has announced a ton of Shout 4K steel books and a bunch of Lionsgate steel books coming out in the first quarter. So it looks like a lot of the stuff that was exclusive to Best Buy is going to Walmart. Now, they may not have them in stores, but at least you can order them online, so that's good. Yeah, did you see my video where I told people, warn them against that? Like the $10 shit, why would that be good to order 3 for 33? It was like a lot of the Universal stuff. Winning the Jeffy Awards. Well, I was just telling them I recorded them earlier and had the video set to edit, and then I ended up waiting around for 3 or 4 days for 3 people to send me their acceptance on their nominee videos where they were going to like just participate, and they ghosted me. So I recorded them. I had to go back and re-record my part. So what I did was, so that the edits don't look as bad, is I put in some fake commercials of stuff that I'd done like over toy hunts and movie hunts to be funny. So I put some of that stuff in the middle, like where like I'm taking breaks. So I'll have to go back and when I edit it, you might not notice it as bad. Yeah, I heard that Pedro Pascal would be a good Eddie Guerrero. I might need security because Will Smith was in the crowd. So man, if I talk about his wife, he might come up and smack me. Walmart is still decent to get physical media. The problem I got with Walmart is up until now, if you go in the store, they only usually have room for the DVDs. They don't carry a lot of the Blu-rays, so you have to order the Blu-rays online. But I'm fine with that. That's a cool idea. Appreciate that. Haven't even been able to record December's horror pack unboxing. Well, hey man, you might as well wait around and get the next one. You can put both of them in there. What's my opinion on Authors of Pain coming back with Karrion Kross? My honest opinion is the Authors of Pain are a waste. They've already dropped the ball multiple times on Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross would be over with just Scarlett. Casual wrestling fans are men from the ages of like 25 to 35, somewhere around there. All they would care about is Scarlett. So you don't need the Authors of Pain. I don't know why he hired them back. I think Triple H just felt bad about all the people that Vince fired. This was the award that I had last year that I made. See, it says JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Award, and then I got my little gold thing on there. The good thing about it is I don't want to cheat neither and haven't watched on YouTube neither. Hey, so Gigi, you heard what I said, right? So that other person that they picked the same movie we did. So you actually did help because you and I had already decided on what we wanted the favorite horror pack title to be, and that's the one they picked. So that's kind of cool. What do I think about Rock versus Roman? That it better damn happen in Elimination Chamber. There's no way The Rock will be around for a 2-month period of time to prep and promote a match with Roman at WrestleMania. That stadium in Perth for Australia holds 65,000 people. They want to sell it out. So they need Rock versus Roman, and it doesn't need to be for the titles. It needs to be for the head of the table. That needs to be at Elimination Chamber. Then you need to have Punk win the Rumble and choose Rollins. Then you need to have Cody win the Elimination Chamber and choose Roman. Problem solved. Okay. Sorry, I didn't remember whether you responded. I'm supposed to have my band box in Zombie Fright tomorrow. Yeah, I should have my band box tomorrow, and then they've already charged me for that next autograph version. So I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna cancel it, and then I'm gonna do the Zombie box in February, I think. Well, that's a good idea. Hey, you know what? I waited. Dude, work has been crazy because I went back after being off for 11 days. The person still hasn't contacted me for my giveaway for the 2,500 subscribers. I'm going to go ahead and just rerun the damn thing this week. So I'm going to put an announcement on my community tab tomorrow. If they haven't come back and claimed it by Tuesday night, I'm taking their name off the list and I'm going to rerun the same name list of people that because I think it would be unfair to add anybody new. But the cool thing about it is I must have been picked up a little bit in the algorithm or something because my weekly movie hunt that I posted yesterday usually only gets like 300 or 400 views, and it's already got almost 750 now. And then I've gotten 100 subscribers in the last 28 days. So if anybody's helping share my content, I really do appreciate it. I don't think there's enough build to Rock versus Roman, and their match would be epic if it was more at Survivor Series. Well, I think it would be better if it was going to be at SummerSlam, but I'm okay with it being an Elimination Chamber. You should do the final 10. I got my nice wife bringing me some refreshments. Hey, can you bring me a napkin, please? I don't know how this mix is going to be, but we're going to try it. Thank you. Here. I have ice cream and beer. How's that mix going to be? I don't know. Oh, look at there. Brent the Mania 89 sent me a $2 super chat. You're the bomb. I love you, man. When do you think Damien will cash in? I'm not sure. Maybe so when is the next Money in the Bank? In July? So you know it's got to be before July. So I got a feeling he's going to obviously cash in on Punk if Punk beats Rollins. If Rollins keeps the belt, he's definitely cashing in on Rollins for sure. And I don't know when it would be. It'd probably on a Raw. My wife is awesome just for putting up with my ass. So I think he's going to cash in on Punk or Rollins. I don't think he'll go anywhere near Roman or whoever, or Cody or whoever beats him. Hey, Arturo, I appreciate you coming by. Oh, you're laughing your ass off? I'm a pretty easygoing guy most of the time. I've mellowed out a lot. I had to because of my new job at work. I have to be the level-headed guy. No, I think Damien will probably end up being the face. Yeah, and he'll eventually get kicked out of Judgment Day. But I don't know that. I think he's going to end up winning the belt when he cashes in, and it's going to make Finn jealous of him. I think Drew's going to want too much money. Let him go to AEW and get mixed up in everybody. He won't get any more pushed other than the first 3 months. They have the same thing happen. He gets there. People get there. They get a push for 3 or 4 months, and then they disappear. The only person they haven't done that with is when he breaks that guy's finger. Is Tony Storm making you crave some ice cream? Yeah, this is a blizzard. They went out to the grocery store earlier and they stopped by Dairy Queen. Caveman Movies and More. I appreciate you coming in, brother. R-Truth is very underrated. That dude is a good wrestler, and he is funny as hell on the mic. The Croc returning is just not what I was looking for, hoping it was not Reigns. Well, like I said, the rumor is the Australian government wants that show to be one of the biggest stadium shows ever, and they were pushing for The Rock to be at that pay-per-view. So I think he's going to fight Reigns at Elimination Chamber. I understood what you meant. This will be the worst combo ever, I bet. I didn't really know she was going to bring me ice cream. I had told her to bring me a beer. Actually don't taste too bad. I think it's still going to be Cody versus Roman night 2, and I think Punk is going to fight Reigns night 1. He was talking about when I had the person hasn't claimed their movies. I've done everything I can possibly do for my giveaway. I did that 2,500 subscriber giveaway. I did everything possible. I've contacted them on Instagram. I've replied to some of their videos on YouTube. I think I've contacted them on Twitter, and I've told them in a post to contact me, and they still haven't. Tony Khan needs to learn to stay in his lane and not bring up yeah, he's got WWE living rent free in his mind. He needs to worry about his own shit, and he needs to hire a booker or a team of bookers and not those EVPs. You can't have the prisoners running the prison. Let him spend all his money and waste it. Triple H is booking long term now, like months in advance. The WWE right now has got the biggest crop of talent plus the biggest crop of newcomers down in NXT that it's ever had. Yep, she's pretty awesome. I know he was in TNA. The old TNA 2-hour pay-per-views that they did, I've got all of those on the DVDs that I've burned over the years. Those are some of the best shows ever. Funny, had some epic moments like when Tony Schiavone came back. Good wrestling. AJ Styles was there. Samoa Joe was there. CM Punk was there. That's crazy. Bizarre was talking about the giveaway wheel. Me and Gigi made it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to just run it back. Maybe I will do the top 10, but I'll have to go back and watch the video and write down the 10. You know they're back to TNA wrestling again, right? They're they rebranded again for the new year. Best or worst buy in the physical media product section in there. If you watch my video, mine still hit some movies in there. What are they going to do with all those movies? They got steelbooks still at regular price. What the hell are they going to do? I haven't heard whether he signed or not. Drew is a little dry to me. He's a good wrestler, but he is not. He is not. What's a good way to put it? He doesn't have a good like wrestling personality. He's a little dry. Yeah, I saw Matt Riddle. I was laughing. Did you see that picture of him standing there with that white shirt and that tie? I was like, what is he starting the new fucking right to censor? What are you talking about? Yeah, I went in there. I didn't buy anything. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of partial to the Crockett, promotions. I grew up watching on Saturday with my grandfather, watching NWA on noon on Saturday. So, I live in Virginia. So Virginia, North Carolina, I went to see wrestling quite a bit in the little armory here in the town next to me where I work. So the whole, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Of course it did. It was supposed to. It was supposed to be like ironically dumb. I used to like Ivory and Stevie Richards. He was in there, and Val Venus. Didn't they put the Godfather in there? The Rumble looks good. So that weekend we're gonna do the watch along on Saturday night. Brent the Mania '89. If you into it, we'll watch the Rumble. I think it's what's the date of the Rumble? It's 27th, I think. So that weekend we'll do the Rumble watch along on Saturday night. Last year in the Street Profits, and now these what? Yeah, that's right. They did change him to the Good Father. That's a good catch. I forgot about that. The Ho Train. Guys, that sucks. What are you talking about? Sorry, man. You guys are putting comments in here. They re-signed those guys that have absolutely no charisma. The AOP, there are too many factions. There'll be two factions of the LWO. I got a bad feeling they're gonna ended up breaking that into two groups when Ray comes back. You got to get some throat numbing cough drops. Those are good. I mean, sore throat is like the worst. Yeah, so we'll watch the Royal Rumble that way. The Rumble shaping up to be pretty good. So you're going to get who's fighting? Kevin Owens is going to fight Logan Paul. Then obviously you got the men and women's Rumble. You're going to have that fatal four-way. Dude, it would be so awesome if they let Roman lose, but without getting pinned. But I don't think they got the balls to do that right now. Yeah, he's a big weed smoker. I heard that too. I don't know, man. They're all three been good. Sorry, my nose itches. I apologize. Um, but no, NXT's been really good too. It's a basically the wrestling there is pretty close to where it was back during the yellow and gold era. I haven't watched this movie in the last few minutes. What part are we at? Richie Cunningham here in his Letterman jacket is now in the Voorhees house. They should. Damn, what is with my nose itching? Maybe I'm getting to get sick. I can't either, but Logan Paul's keeping that belt to WrestleMania. I think he'll lose to LA Knight probably at WrestleMania. Yeah, we all wish you feel better, Dougie Fresh. Dude, what's with you and the big black cock comment? Come on now. Hey, spoiler alert. Do I have that Paul Heyman thing loaded on here?
And that's not just a prediction. That is a spoiler.
So, spoiler alert, Doug, your video will be the first actual person who participates in my video when I edit the Jeffy Awards, and I used it and I had a joke framed around your love of boobies. He said, "Yeah, we're in isolation here. I think we'll be okay. We've got the tents on everybody, but yeah, I think everybody is got something."
Yeah.
No, I didn't do any jokes about Bush. I didn't want to, I figured somebody might like my Jeffy Awards video, and I didn't want to I got some people that's looking forward to watching it because I give a couple of them some awards. I don't want to get too vulgar on there. Hey Brent, we don't call them boobies, remember? We call them puppies back in the day. I would be surprised if he wouldn't turn to TNA. It's the COVID flu. They want you to keep getting shots. Yeah, Bizarro says she was feeling terrible. What am I nibbling? I'm eating. You missed it earlier. My wife brought me some ice cream. She went out and I was eating some Dairy Queen ice cream. I was trying to nibble it before it melted. Hey, I appreciate it. We got a lot of new people showing up in here tonight. So like the video when you come in the door, please. Why don't people talk about TNA? They have good talent. I like TNA Terror Destroyer. Appreciate you coming in. I like TNA a hell of a lot more than AEW. I'm not a big AEW fan. Tony Khan is a fucking asshole. You want a Jeffy trophy? That's dollar store shit right there, bro. No, I think I paid $3 for that. That is I got it at Party City. Look, and then I printed the labels and put on it. It says JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Award. Peter Anthony liked it so much, I made him one of these. He's actually got that like it's a real award or something, hanging, sitting there with his real awards. Too bad Jerry Lawler isn't doing anything wrestling related anymore. Yeah, I mean, he had that damn heart attack, man. So better or worse, just ended up the physical media products. And yeah, well, if you saw my video, mine didn't end it yet. It's on its last legs. Yeah, my wife bought me that, and I got to wash it down with some Nectar of the Gods, some Michelob Ultra. Yeah, anybody that's out there that's feeling bad, we're sending positive vibes to the camera. Hopefully you guys will feel better. Let's not talk movies. I was tested. What? Oh, let's talk movie. You was tested. Talking about COVID. You know, I watch NWA. I used to watch it quite a bit on YouTube. They had their show free. That Camille supposedly is gonna might sign with the WWE and be in NXT. Yo, this is you have to win an award, bruh. My boyfriend lost a testicle. Paula Berlinski, I appreciate you coming by. My boyfriend lost a testicle. Hit the like button, by the way, in a chainsaw accident. And my other boyfriend donated his testicle to help out. Which man should I marry? I don't know. That's a tough one. Did you have both of these boyfriends at the same time? Dude, if you only lost one nut in a chainsaw accident, that guy's got to be pretty damn lucky. You might want to stick with that one. Did he have a stroke? What did he have on Raw? Did he have a heart attack on Raw? Or was it a stroke? Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I didn't want you to see me blowing into that tissue. When I was going to make the clip for you, Jeff, I busted out an old award from kindergarten. I had some ideas, but unfortunately wasn't able to record. Maybe next year. All right, you got to promise me whatever idea you had, you got to do that for next year's. Hopefully I'll be around that long. She definitely is a brick house. Yep. Isn't that what they called her? Camille? That's a tough one. I don't know, man. The one that had his damn chainsaw testicle chainsawed off is pretty lucky. Texas ball sack massacre. Hey, you win the internet with that one. Yeah, I know. How does it just like nick one ball? That's kind of. I bet they had a lot of blood. I like that trophy. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like the biggest piece of junk plastic ever. So I printed my little logo. If I had that logo, Doug tells me I should print some shirts and print my logo on there. Like here. If I printed that logo on there, would anybody buy a shirt with it on there? Oh, Doug said he wants me to print this sign right here on a shirt. Pro commentator, man. A farmer looks at his wife's saggy boobs and says, what people coming out of the woodwork? Looks at his wife's saggy boobs and said, we discussed if those things worked, I wouldn't need a cow. And so she looked at his crotch and said, if that thing worked, I wouldn't need your brother. Oh my goodness. Boom, boom. She said, thanks, Gigi. On Raw was a heart attack. This was a stroke. Well, that fucking sucks. Don't say that, Jeff. You'll be around. I promise. I appreciate that. You would buy a shirt. Well, I appreciate you. I might do one then. What did Supergirl say? Oh, you like that trophy? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I am creative a little bit. If you were to sacrifice a nut, would it be the left one or the right one? Well, I don't know that at this point, and since I don't care about having any more kids, that I would care which one it was. I'm right-handed, so let me keep my right nut. I'll get rid of my left one. Well, that's not fair. My son married a welder. Too bad she didn't weld his zipper shut. They got 10 kids they can't afford. We got a lot of jokesters in here. What's up with the jokes tonight? We normally don't have that many jokesters in here. She said, oh, snap. Yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with that? What's up with that?
What part are we in this movie, man? I haven't watched this movie in like 10 minutes. We got a bunch of new people in here. I asked this question earlier. Who watched Saltburn, and what do you think of it? Yeah, without a paddle. Yeah, I was talking about somebody with that today. I mean, see, I like independent horror movies, so I'm not just looking for mainstream stuff. I don't know. Let's Google 2024 horror movies. I heard that Night Swim was shit. Of course, I'm looking forward to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice 2. When is that coming out? The Strangers. I'm interested in seeing The Strangers to see what they're going to do with that. Are we going to get all three of The Strangers in 1 year, or are they going to spread those damn things out? What is Lisa Frankenstein? Oh man, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 comes out in February. I didn't know that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to The Strangers, Chapter 1. There's a new Quiet Place coming out. I'm obviously looking forward to Saw 11. It's probably Smile 2, Terrifier 3 for sure. Maxine 100%. Does Maxine come out in 2024? I really want to see Maxine. 7 years ago, my parents were eaten by pygmy cannibals, and I've never forgotten it. That would be really hard to forget. Those are good T-shirt ideas. Yeah, I know. I should do it. We're at a 1 hour and 7 minute mark. Yeah, we're not even watching this, dude. This is where the young dude has been handcuffed, and the news guy isn't that the father of her baby? He's coming after her. Where's everyone from? Well, if you didn't know, I'm from Virginia. Oh, that Mickey Mouse one. Mickey's Mousetrap. Oh my God. I saw the pictures of the new Winnie the Pooh movie, man. They got Tigger in there. Don't love yourself a Burger King because they got cameras everywhere. I don't get that one. Well, I asked. Gigi's from Texas, and Doug is from Wisconsin. You guys see the picture of Tigger from the new Winnie the Pooh movie? I think I saved it. I was going to think about doing a. You want to see a spoiler of what I wore during the Jeffy Awards? I went all out, man. I wore the gold jacket. I got a bow tie and everything. This is Tigger from the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It looks pretty cool. Bizarro is still awake, and she says from California, baby. And so is Star Wars collecting hobbies. It looks ridiculous, that Mickey one. I don't know. There was a new Winnie the Pooh. I can't wait. I'm all for those cheesy horror movies. Yeah, me too. I love those things. Optimus Prime's in California too. Shit, I'm gonna be coming out to California in March, beginning of April. I got a work conference I got to go to. Tigger is my favorite. What do you think of that concept of Tigger there? Hey, baby, now watch your language. What do you think of that, Doug? What do you think of that? I think it looks pretty cool. Not too shabby. Yeah, I know. I'm in cold ass Virginia. It iced a little bit over the weekend. It is currently 39 degrees here. Let's Not Talk Movie said, go to Amoeba when in town, but there is nothing like the old location. They're shooting the hell out of this dude, this news dude, and they can't stop him. Ain't nobody hitting him. And why wouldn't they shoot him in the head? Even if Jason is possessing him or whatever, he can't do anything if his damn head's blowed off. I'm in cold. You mean cold ass Wisconsin? There's a reason why they call it the frozen tundra. The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Green Bay has got to come to Dallas next week for the playoffs, man. This guy will not go down. Oh man, he's deep frying his ass. Hit her so hard, her fucking mouth went up inside of her. Her chin went up inside her mouth. Dressed to the nines. So I wouldn't say that. Go Cleveland Browns. I don't mind Cleveland Browns. I like Joe Flacco, man. He old ass man come back tearing it up. You know, that gold jacket is the same one I wore at the other awards when I did. I got that gold jacket at the Dollar Tree. It was obviously not $1. It was in the $5 section, but still. I think I die up north. I've had a hard time when it dropped down in the 50s and 40s. It's you and better. I mean, I'm not as cold in where I live as Doug is. Who turns down a junior mint? Never. You know, I like junior mints, but I'm not big on like mint ice cream for some reason. I need another fireball. I'm still standing. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm from Ohio. I'm used to the cold. I missed a comment. He said you're a cheesehead. What is this? Mount Horeb? Where's that at? I think you talking about the Packers? I think they go to Dallas. Do you know Movies and Sue? Yeah, I've watched some of her stuff before. That's a song, Jeff, man. The Napa Valley. Wine country. There's like a resort out there, and they're putting us up for like 3 or 4 days, and we're going to do like conference stuff during the day and then party at night. Here's the Duke of New York, egg number 1. Yeah, wine and cheese. Who's going to turn down a junior mint? It's chocolate, it's peppermint, it's delicious. Of course, I love junior mints. I used to eat those at the movie all the time. Cheese is made from milk. Of course it is. And cheese is actually mold. So I was making Joe's hint to laughing because it's a song by Elton John. I know. I didn't know who sung it. I don't remember. Oh, I'm Still Standing. Yeah, I didn't know that the other part. I didn't recognize the other part. I'm stronger than I've ever been. Stronger than I ever been. Yeah, okay, I remember that now. I'm not singing on here like I did at Christmas. Anybody wants to watch or hear the worst singing ever, go back and watch me singing. Oh, the dagger. The dagger of Ashanti. No, that's from Golden Child. This is the dagger from the Evil Dead, actually. I'll have a good time at night. I'm sure I'll be bored out of my gourd. I'm a poet and didn't know it during the rest of the stuff. I could show your video singing. I don't know if I still have it loaded on here. Is that from Seinfeld, Brent? Oh, I love that. Looks like I picked the wrong week to snip and glue. Did you notice the airplane bumpers I put in my new movie hunt video before going in the doors? I've used those before, but I actually put the video parts in there. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit taking amphetamines. Or do you like gladiator movies? Anybody want the digital code for Talk to Me? Put it out there and let them fight over it. I gave a digital code away last week. Nobody showed up to the stream. It was on Saturday when y'all all told me to do it on Saturday. And I gave away a digital. Yeah, that was a one-time concert. I'll do that again next Christmas. You've had like 3 or 4 videos on there. What are you talking about? Oh, no, but when you do a new session, it doesn't save them. Like, I'd have to share them again. JEFFMAN316 records coming soon. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Of me singing. Yeah, I'd have to download them again. Who has a tremendous singing voice? Doug? You talking about Doug? I did. I saw that yesterday on your video. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I apologize. I was drinking a lot during that Christmas video. The things in Ed. This whole last part in this movie is where that worm comes out and like crawls up in that woman's cooch. Oh, sorry. I thought that was a new comment. There's the dagger flying across the room. See, this movie's got too much shit in it. Like, you got the body possession stuff, him having to possess another Voorhees family member to come back to life and be immortal. It's got the Evil Dead shit in it. It's just too much in this movie. Oh, yeah. Gigi called that concert special. I apologize for anybody that had to sit through that, though. Load up one quick. You mean load up one of Doug? Hold on a second. See if I still got it saved on my computer. I think I do. I can't see. I need my glasses. Shit. I got one.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the castle, my monsters were having a Yuletide hassle. The tree was all trimmed in the ghoulish things, like werewolf fangs and vampire wings. But they were up to no good. Didn't act like good monsters should. They found themselves a new play. They planned to rob Santa's sleigh. They were making a list and checking it twice. Frankenstein wanted a shiny new trike, a new chain for Janusz, a brace for Igor's back, a speed shaver for Wolfman, a new cape for Jack. But they were up to no good. Didn't act like good monsters should. They found themselves a new play. They planned to rob Santa's sleigh. The mummy was the signal from the castle roof at the very first sound of a reindeer hoof. As Santa slid down the chimney wall, the zombies were to make off with sleigh and all. From beyond the moat arose such a clatter. I jumped to the window to see what was the matter. Like a bolt of lightning, it happened so quick. And there in the mist stood old Saint Nick. He began to dig down deep in his sack. He came up with the traction for Igor's back. Jack got his cape, Frankie's trike made him behave. Even Wolfman was happy, now he can shave. And all ended well. And Santa was really swell. No need to rob Santa's sleigh. And maybe next year he'll come back. Show the children everywhere were spread. Spare the grief of losing their presents to a monster sleigh thief. Now the monsters love Santa and say they'll behave and never again rob sleighs or graves. Igor, what do you think of Santa now? Ah, Santa, good. What did Santa said as he drove up on the side? Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas to all, and all good night. Ah. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, dashing through the snow. Where is that reindeer with a red nose? Ah. I'm Dancer, I'm Dasher, I'm Comet and Cupid. Oh,
All right, I played the whole thing that time. Doug trimmed his beard for that special performance as well. I should have cut some segments of me singing out and put them on here for anybody that busts my chops. They got to listen to me sing every week. Give that man a Grammy for best holiday song. I'm going to crash. I'm dozing off. Cold medicine kicking in. Like, guys, hey, look, I appreciate you sticking with us as long as you did. And I burped everywhere. Sorry. That was the only one I downloaded for some reason. I have to get the other one later. He was doing karaoke. That was Doug doing some karaoke. That was one of the Doug likes Universal Monsters. So he was doing one of those. I'll download the other one later. Yeah, unless we think of something else, I'll do the original Friday the 13th next week. See, you got polar opposite. Ian said you shouldn't be holding a microphone, Doug. But Gigi says she loved it. But that was just a little surprise for you.
This is a surprise.
He said, Night Bizarro, get some rest. Yep, hope you feel better. I appreciate you stopping by for as long as you did. This is when I said that I should have sing. This is what the reaction was.
No.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear me sing. All right, so we're finally at the end where Jason has actually returned. We've skipped so much of this movie that we got to the point where Jason actually was reborn as Jason, and or at least where I'm Doug. Yeah, anybody that's willing to get out there and sing, more power to them. I'm going to have to bounce. Good night, all legendary people. Stay classy. Yeah, you stay classy, San Diego and Brent Demani. I appreciate you coming by. So if you stop by next, we'll do Sunday night for the next couple nights weekends until we get to the Royal Rumble weekend, and then we'll do that. Yep, haters got to hate me hating unless you can do better. Yep, we all hope that Bizarro gets better. Unite Brent. Local Walmart doesn't stock shit anyway. Keep the faith, brother. They might after the new year. Give them a chance. All right, she just stabbed in where I'm at. I had to pause it a minute. I now restarted it. Jason has got the dagger stuck in his chest. I don't know where you guys are. Doug did great. No hate from me. Yeah, ain't no hate up in here, brother. My singing sucked too. So my man here is like, why do they all want to punch Jason in the mask, knowing that the mask won't do anything? She's gonna drop kick the fucking dagger into his chest. This is for all the parts that I hate in this movie. Got no damn faith now. Come on, man. For all the parts that I hate in this movie, here's one. What are these hands, man? It reminds me of that rock monster from the Never Ending Story. What's with these big rock hands coming up out the ground? The Rock says, "What are these hands laying the smack down?" I just think that they look totally stupid. I mean, you can tell it's like big puppet hands. This whole ending makes me feel
bullshit.
like
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
we talking about mod symbol. Oh, when I made you a moderator, Doug, if you look out on the actual chat, you are a moderator. Remember, like you can delete comments. Like if you go out and look at the live chat, some of you guys have wrenches by your name. That's you. That's the mainstay people. If I'm not looking at the comments and you guys see something nasty, you're supposed to delete the shit. Remember, play like my fire. I don't have to download it, man. Come on now. Best Buy not carrying ship. WWE stopping physical media. Target nothing. It's a wrench. Now, what she's joking, man, it was a joke, like saying that because you're you were singing, it should have been a microphone by it. Get it? I remember. Yeah, you remember? I remember. To answer somebody's question, I think I said at the beginning of my last stream, movie hunt. I'll do movie hunts even until there's not shit in stores. And then I'll just end up looking online and I'll bullshit movies for the week. Just talk about whatever I found, whatever I saw. There's a new Dollar Tree that just opened next to me. I'm gonna go in there and actually see if they stocked any movies. I'm jonesing for a Dollar Tree video. I thought he was making a joke about the video. Mean Girls or Mean Girls the musical, the movie. I don't want no fucking Mean Girls the musical. I don't want a remake or a reboot or a requel of Mean Girls. The first one was pretty decent. That's all I need. I don't need no other one. I even got the Blu-ray of that, and I got it in like the pink case. And here's Freddie coming up out the ground, like the best part of the damn movie. You know, I was watching a video and they're talking about behind the scenes. That's actually Kane Hodder's hand that comes up out of the ground and pulls the mask down. This movie was a fucking buzzkill for Friday the 13th fans. I want to see the Iron Claw. I'm gonna just wait and buy it though. I have sold a ton of my wrestling figures and collectibles to pay for the movies that I've been getting. That's why I've been getting so many movies. So, but it was good to have a couple weeks where there isn't anything. I think what I'm going to do is, she agrees, but Mean Girls. Too bad they left out the younger brother of the Von Erichs. Yeah, he didn't want to participate, and I think they didn't want to mention, like, go too deep in there and drag the movie down. I don't consider Godzilla a horror movie. That's an action thriller monster movie. Usually, most people don't put monster movies in with horror. Devil's Demons pulling him down to hell. It's still stupid that the hands they used. That was just dumb looking. I don't know what they could have done different, but it needs to be better than that. They need to leave Mean Girls alone. That's like messing with Clueless, which I love. Let's see. Yeah, the only way I could see them maybe doing another Clueless movie is if Alicia Silverstone reprised her role, maybe had a daughter or something, but it still wouldn't be exactly the same. Somebody on one of my videos commented and wanted to know that would I do collection videos. But I'm thinking about something that I've got to save for if I end up doing a Patreon. So the way I was thinking about doing it if I did a Patreon is doing like collection videos, like different sections, and then leaving it exclusive for the Patreon for a couple months and then posting it out for the public to see. Isn't that what a horror movie is? Because there's a monster? No, not that kind of monster. I'm just saying, I've seen other channels talk about how that's borderline not a true horror movie because it's basically a monster attacks movie. Like, I don't consider King Kong a horror movie. It's an action thriller. The Crab Legacy should have never seen. Yeah, the only reason that I was glad that I got that in the horror pack, and I didn't mind getting in the horror pack because I wouldn't have bought it normally. Never seen. Doug is a little younger. There's a lot of movies that Doug needs to watch. Every holy thing gets remade now. They're touching Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings now. Yeah, fuck all that, dude. There's enough movies out there that my son was laughing with me and told me the other day. He said that they can't think of an original concept anymore. That everything's just got to be a remake or a reboot. And I agree with that. Yeah, that would have been cool if that anything other than them damn hands they used. I don't know. Clueless is my favorite movie and probably my most watched movie. It's a chick flick from 1995. I still like it. I own it. I think I got it in a steelbook right over here behind us. You want to know a cheesy movie that I found that I forgot I had that most people hate, but I kind of like? It's like one of those guilty pleasures. You need more time. You're slowly working on it. Talk about a movie that really did not need a sequel. An American Werewolf in Paris. The CGI is bad. But it's got what's the girl's name in this? Shit, I forget her name. It's fucking in German. Julia Delpy or something like that. She's cute, and I think she's a good actress. So I like that. Oh, you dressed with them with a leather jacket? You got any photos of that? We need to see that. The CGI in some parts of this are really bad. It's more of a comedy than it is 100%, like horror. It's like a dark comedy, kind of like the original one. But it's basically just almost like a full-blown remake of the original, just set in Paris. But to me, it's just one of those guilty pleasures. It's got a couple scenes in it I like. This is the Turbine Steelbook, so it's only the Blu-ray. I reorganized a little bit of my movies. Dude, Grease 2 doesn't even need to exist. Michelle Pfeiffer should be embarrassed that she made that. How many movies of what? American Werewolf? It's only the two. That movie is the CGI is so bad. I wouldn't even worry about trying to get that in 4K, dude. It's going to look even worse. I was a kid. It was the 90s. I probably do in storage. I want to see a photo. You send it to me. I won't share it. Oh, the Howling is obviously better. No, that's more of like just a cheesy, guilty pleasure. I'm not saying the movie's any good. There's like aspects of it. It's one of those ones where 3/4 of it you'll just make fun of. Um, but you got to have some of that in your life. Yeah, think Van Helsing. That kind of CGI is kind of what's in that American Werewolf. Most of the werewolf scenes are CGI, and it's not practical effects like the original American Werewolf in London. Yeah, I like American Werewolf in London better. I just think the acting's better. Other than I was a big Dee Wallace fan, man. Dee Wallace was fucking hot back in the day. I loved her in Cujo. What's your favorite Dee Wallace movies? Howlin' was good. They should go back and redo it because that was one of the first movies they did in 4K. Well, part of it is just how it's made and filmed. Sometimes it's not just the transfer, man. Van Helsing has got a lot of that. Like I was telling you, late 90s, early 2000s movies, the CGI, the way they did it is so bad. It looks even worse when it gets in 4K. So I don't think that movie is going to look any better. Ginger Snaps is good. I like all three of those. The Spice Girls, I dress as them. Which Spice Girl did you dress as? Yeah, E.T. I forgot she was in that. She was like her and Jo Beth Williams were the first true American MILFs before that was even a term. Dee Wallace. She was in the beginning of Jeepers Creepers Reborn. So I'm not gonna hold that against her though. If you want to be my lover, what? No, I never said that. I said I didn't like it anywhere near as much as the first one, but I like all three of them. They're all watchable. But the first one is like head and shoulders like way better than the other two. The one I like the worst I was telling you about is the one that's back in I like it, but I don't need it. I didn't really need the one that's like the prequel that's back in what do you call that? Olden days, whatever it is. She was in the original Hills Have Eyes. Dee Wallace. LaBouche. Oh my God. Let me look up some Dee Wallace movies. Was she in the original Critters? But Ginger Snaps is one of those where I could have dealt without that. We didn't really need it. The second or the third one. She was in The Hills Have Eyes, The Howling, E.T., Cujo. She was in Alligator 2. She was in Critters 3. She did a voice in Rockadoodle. I don't remember her in The Frighteners. She's in one of the movies that I like. Hold on one second. I'm going to find it. Shit. Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. One of the movies that I like, it's got Dee Wallace in that when she's older, is The Lords of Salem. I found this in my $5 bin at Walmart. I haven't opened it because I've got the regular movie. Excuse the regular Blu-ray. This is a very underrated movie. And Dee Wallace plays one of the witches in it. I like the black crazy chick in that group, Spice Girls. I don't want to know what the hell they do now. What happened to Maddie? She hadn't been around here lately. I don't know. I've talked to her on Facebook. She moved. She had a lot going on, and she had some personal stuff going on too, and moved to California. Maybe out there towards you. I'm still friends with her on Facebook. My guilty pleasure and go-to movie of all time is Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Hey, I love that movie. I was looking through a box that I'd gotten last year that I forgot I even had. It was in my basement. It was of Disney Movie Club exclusives that I bought before I got out of the club. And I know that wasn't an exclusive, but I had bought that as one of my free titles when I joined Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. I forgot I even had that. So I need to watch that. Baby Spice was my favorite. She got naked in that one. She didn't get naked in Lords of Salem, did she? No, I don't think they were in I don't think the actual three main women got nude in that. The old farts. But there was a lot of nudity in that movie. But that movie is weird as hell. I like it though. Yeah, Scary Spice is one you talking about. I bought my ginger snap came from eBay last year. There's a region free one that you can get. Hold on a second, I'll show it to you. I got this pretty cheap when it came out. This set here is from Viavision. This ginger snap set. It's got all three. At the time, I bought it for like $30, and it's got the all three of them: Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed, and Ginger Snaps Back the Beginning, all on Blu-ray. Like I said, I don't know how much it costs now, but I got it for like $30 back in the day. Old farts. The trilogy set. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if you then, even though the back of it says, if you watch that video I did on Viavision, most all of their titles say Region B, like right there, if you can read that. But they're not. They're actually all region free. So that's a good way you can get all three of them in a pretty cheap set. I've got I got the first one in the Shout Factory. That's a Blu-ray DVD combo. I'm not too worried about getting that in 4K. Yeah, nobody. I'm an old fart. I get called, dude. Somebody keeps. I know they're joking. Somebody could call me an old timer and something else in one of my videos. I don't. I mean, we can. They might be, but I don't think they are, and I don't think Dee Wallace is. And if it is, I know they put some bodysuits on some of them, so I don't even know if it's their real nudity. Yeah, the ending is really weird. It goes a little bit too far, but everything up to that point, man, that's one of his best directing jobs. Is Rob Zombie did a really good job with that. Yeah, I ended up getting that cheap. I didn't buy it when it first came out, and so I bought this, I think, used, and I probably didn't pay hardly anything for it. That's a video that I'm getting ready to do because I was talking to somebody the other day where, well, Doug and I were talking about it too, but it was specifically I was talking about Green Factory titles with slips and without slips. And over Christmas, I bought the slip covers for Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. And I paid, I'll go ahead and spoil the part of the video I'm going to record. I paid $40 for the slip covers, but that was for both. But if you look at how much those movies sell for, even opened, all three of them, Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, and 3 with slip covers, they sell usually between $170 and $200. So I bought all three of mine, I think, on a sale at FYE back in the day, and only the first Sleepaway Camp had a slip, and the other ones didn't. So to be able to get the slips for $40, I basically turned my $20 movies into like $70 titles. Where'd I buy that Hellraiser box set you showed in your favorite? Just curious, haven't seen it. I got it from, how do you pronounce that? Is it Diabolic DVD? I like most of his movies. He's got a good eye. I don't, the ones that like the dialogue isn't as cringeworthy in Lords of Salem as it is in some of the parts of Halloween. You talking about that Ginger Snaps? Yeah, I got a little bit cheaper back when it first came out. I agree with that. He should stop putting that. I mean, I could see including her in some. She's really good though in Lords of Salem. I'll give her credit for that. Yeah, still a good deal at $35. Damn. Yeah, I don't know how much that thing costs now. Like I said, when I got it, it was like 30. I think I might have got it either off of eBay or Orbit. But either way, I'm satisfied with that. I probably won't rebuy that in 4K. But yeah, the video that I'm thinking about doing is, Doug and I were talking about this the other night, is what's the popularity of slipcovers? Because if it's not different than the artwork, and I'm not saying, let's say it's not a foil cover, it's not embossed, it's not anything special, it's just a normal slipcover. What's the fucking point? I don't know. I've heard people call it, well, it's spelled with a K. But the website is actually, hold on a second, I'll try to bring it up. Like, I just don't understand, like, dust covers on books are because the books don't even have any print on them, and you get a nice dust cover with that. I see the whole point of a slip cover if it's got actual new artwork or embossed cover or foil or shiny or whatever. But if it's just a regular matte finish slip cover, what's the fucking point if it matches the regular cover? All right. All right, Arturo, I'm bringing it up. Give me a second. I know, but also Three from Hell was terrible because Sid Haig was had died shortly after he filmed a couple of his scenes. That movie, if he had been one of the main characters, that movie would have been a lot better. I'll show you the site before we get off here. There's two sites that I recommend to buy some. If you're looking for off the wall movies, or get the fuck off here. What are you doing? So this is the site here. I've heard it pronounced Diabolic DVD. I think that's what it's called. And that's really what it's Diabolic DVD. So this name here, DVD. They've got a lot of obscure horror titles. You can buy region free stuff. You can buy other multi-region sites. The other site that I go to a lot is I've mentioned in a lot of my videos. They're one state away from me in North Carolina. It's Orbit DVD, and they have pretty reasonable prices. And I would say they don't get as big of a wide range of stock as a lot of people because they're a smaller company. But I do give them credit because they do when once something goes out of stock, like right now, Varsity Blues is out of stock. They will get it within a week or so. They usually get everything back in stock, so they do a good job of that. So, is anybody gonna get this Coffin Joe set? Um, Either way, that's two of the sites that I buy a lot of my stuff from. So, you're a hoarder in denial. Um, that was another video I told somebody I want to do. Like, hoarder is a real, mental um, issue, and I'm borderline there. I think I'm right on the line. Where is that line crossed where you hoard stuff like movies versus you collect stuff? Because I've said I'm a hoarder because I do collect too much stuff, but I'm not afraid to sell things. Like I've sold a lot of wrestling figures this year that are worth a lot of money to buy the movies that I want. A hoarder wouldn't do that. They would just keep both. So I don't think I'm a hoarder. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that this year. If you go to look at JEFFMAN316 somebody hacked me one time and I had to add a 9 on there on eBay. I sell a lot of wrestling figures. Randomly, I'll sell a movie or two. Like I just sold I bought a lot of movies, like as far as a group of movies from somebody off Facebook Marketplace, and it was a bunch of A24 stuff, and they had Midsommar, the director's cut, in there, and literally I sold that on eBay for about as much as I paid for the whole lot of everything that I bought. So I do a lot of reselling on there just to make some money back. Still waiting for the black phone to ship. I was going to buy a copy, but didn't have extra money. Yeah, I want to get that once it's back in stock. Yeah, that was where I was talking about that movie, that video I did where do you open your movies? And I listed like 3 or 4 reasons why you should. The next time, Doug, if you know there's something that I want for sure, if you buy it and you get the money, literally the same day, I would pay you back for it. Yeah, I'm the same way. Dude, well, this whole room is just stacked up full of movies. I got some custom VHS movies over here with my little TV VCR combo. Then I've got a rack. It's got just box set movies on it. Then I've got collections of sequels together. I've got a row of superhero stuff like Marvel and DC. Then I've got my shelf of like raunchy comedies and 80s comedies. Then I've got my Shout Blu-ray section with a lot of John Carpenter stuff on it. And then I've got sequels on a shelf. Like I'll read you some. I've got all the Texas Chainsaws, all the VHS, all the Final Destination, all the Rob Zombie movies, all the Hatchet movies, the Collector, the Purge movies, the Jeepers Creepers, the Evil Deads, the Saws, and the George Romero's Dawn of the Dead ones. I mean, just zombie movies. I don't keep the seal, but if you saw my videos, I do take the Best Buy exclusive sticker. Well, I used to when they had them, and I'd put that on the inside so I know which ones were the Best Buys because I was buying so many steel books. The Best Buy steel books usually have the best resale value, so I always want to know to be able to look those up. Yeah, I know. Well, the problem is when you go look it up, it doesn't even show on their site anymore, so I can't look it up. Yeah, I'm almost afraid not to open them now. I mean, if you look back at that video, I bought that steelbook this year that was empty when I opened it. Didn't even have a movie in there. And then I had that one that was missing the digital code. I had that one that was supposed to have art cards, and they gave me duplicate ones, and then it wasn't anything in there. It was another one I opened. I can't remember, and I had to get a replacement disc. Something was wrong with it. Mid-Level Media opened up a movie here recently, and it didn't even have the 4K in it. It had 2 copies of the Blu-ray disc in it. Cool. I'll check that out. I got a bunch of stuff I got to ship for eBay tomorrow. Yeah, but I've been watching it on Orbit. I think it's on my watch list on Orbit DVD, and they never get it back in stock. I think I'm already on the watch list. Let me make sure. Is anything good coming out this week? There is a Black Phone Media book too that's got a really nice cover, 4K. Check that out, Doug. That's pretty awesome. I just opened the Halloween Steelbook set that came out 4 months ago. You talking about the one with the 3 new movies in it? That was on my list. Did you know that you put those 3 together, it makes a scene? I didn't even know that until somebody told me. Yeah, I got like 26 things on my wish list on Orbit now. Yeah, okay. Hey, I know. I really like that mask. So they're talking about doing that sequel, right? So how how they gonna bring Ethan Hawke's character back? I don't even know how that's possible. So this is how stupid UPS is. I've got an order from Orbit DVD that I placed last week, and they're in one state over. So they're in North Carolina. So it came into Virginia and came to the main city that's usually delivers my UPS packages, and it said that it was going to be delivered on Friday. It didn't. It never came. So when I checked the shipping Friday night, it was in Indianapolis. So it went from North Carolina to Virginia, and then it didn't. And it was on the truck for delivery, and somehow ended up getting shipped to Indianapolis. And now it's worked its way from Indianapolis to West Virginia, and then it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. I don't know. My thought would be it's either a prequel, or if the kid's back in it, maybe the grabber is one of the ghosts that he sees, or whatever you want to call those spirits. I don't even need to see where I can see my wish list on. They got one of the soundtrack albums that I want. Look, they got the vinyl of Friday 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. They finally got that back in stock on at Orbit DVD. Does anybody remember the movie The Babysitter with Alicia Silverstone in it? That came out. I was thinking about buying that. I don't even know how to look at my damn wish list. Oh, there it is. I got it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe a prequel, or like I said, maybe the grabber will be one of the ghosts that he sees that talks to him. Because the original is based on the story written by Stephen King's son, and I don't think that he wrote a sequel to it, but they're going to get him to help write the screenplay to this one. Yeah, they're doing a trilogy of new Stranger movies. Chapter 1 comes out next year. I don't know when the other 2 comes out. Yeah, that would be very interesting. How he came to be. I like Alicia Silverstone too, man. I used to think she was hot stuff. I don't particularly like her in Batman and Robin though. See, Diabolique DVD or Diabolic, I mean, I don't like the fact that you can't, like, they don't list the stuff that's out of stock. How can you put something on your wish list if it doesn't even list in stock? I'll just order the fucking thing from Germany. Yeah, the Crush, I've got that. I like her in that. Yeah, I used to think she was hot stuff. Is there a way to show? Oh, you can show out of a stock items. I'm an idiot. But then it says no items found. I hate this. She was in a movie I just watched. What was it? Shit, I can't think of the name of it. Her husband played a detective. It was a good movie. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Reptile. I think it's on Netflix. It's got Benicio del Toro, Justin Timberlake, and her. She plays the wife of the detective, which is Benicio del Toro. That is a really good movie. I recommend watching that. And she's good in it. She looks pretty good in it, too. Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't think they're doing anymore. The first DVD I ever bought, I remember buying it. It's a Circuit City, and it was one of the first batches of discs that they ever got in when DVDs first came out, and they had basically, I think, buy two get one free, and it was some Warner Brothers titles. I got The Sphere, Samuel Jackson. I think he's got Dustin Hoffman and Sharon Stone in it. Palmetto, which has got Woody Harrelson in it. I think it's got Elizabeth Shue in it, and shit, what was the third one? U.S. Marshals, the one that's got what's the guy from Men in Black and then The Fugitive, where he plays the same character from The Fugitive. The cop, he's in it with Wesley Snipes. That was the first 3 DVDs I ever bought. They did shit. I'm not a huge fan of that show, but my wife loves it. I wished I had known. I'd have bought it. How much was it? It's a fucking $100 now. What was the sale for? Um, I think the new one was there. What he said, the red door. Yeah, that was where I used to buy my movies every week. Best Buy wasn't even in our town, and we had Circuit City. I bought my first big screen projector TV there too. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have bought that maybe because my wife loves that show. She used to watch it every morning when it was on one of the. It's $100 now. Oh well, I'm probably glad that it wasn't on sale because I don't know that I'd have been able to afford it. Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, it doesn't have the syndicated shows on it, so having the uncut shows and having the cartoons on there, I love Alf though. So I mean, if you love Alf, some of the humor is a little dated, but I really liked it. And like I said, I got it cheap, like it was on sale for like $59. I don't know what it is now. Your comment was with a comment you shared before. Don't make me go back. Yeah, I was never much on Father Knows Best. I was always a Leave It to Beaver. I love what you call it? What's her name? What's the mother on Leave It to Beaver? She was in Airplane. She was the one talking jive with the black dudes. What was her name? Barbara Billingsley. I'm starting to lose my voice. I think I'm going to get up off of here. Yeah, June and Ward Cleaver, Barbara Billingsley, and Hugh Beaumont. I used to love watching that with my dad, and then my wife likes to watch it. Yeah, Circuit City. If anybody wants to know what Circuit City is, that was the building that used to have in the commercials like a giant plug, and so the corner of their building like looks like a big square sticking out of it, out of the one of the corners. It was the local college bought the building out where that used to be for us, and they use it as an office. But I used to shop in Circuit City all the time. Then when Best Buy would came around, I would go to Best Buy first, and then I would only go in Circuit City if Best Buy didn't have what I wanted, because Circuit City tended to be higher. Yeah, I loved it. Like I said, my wife watches all the time. I like it because of it focuses more from the kids' perspective sometimes. I never was a huge fan of Mr. Ed. My dad watched shit, what was it? Green Acres. Geez golly. Yeah, golly gee beef. Or what was his brother's name? What was the Beeves brother's name? Wally? Golly gee, Wally. Well, if you read the reviews, the Blu-ray is garbage anyway because they use the wrong aspect ratio on the movie. It's like the picture's cropped all the hell. So a lot of people say to avoid it. I mean, from what I read, if you did it in Blu-ray, it would have probably been remastered and wouldn't have been much better than the DVDs anyway because of the way they shot it. Yeah, I mean it still looked good enough for me on DVD. You'll probably never get that on Blu-ray. Plus, at least it's not the old syndicated versions; it's the full versions. All right, brothers and sisters, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, well, we got what was the one I bought? You got Rescue Rangers from Disney on Chip and Dale. You got that on Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't know why they fuck around with the aspect ratios of stuff all the time. It's just weird. But what happened was the Alf was a TV movie, so it should have been 4:3, and then they zoom in and crop it and make it widescreen. I think on the Blu-ray. So everything Blu-ray should not be widescreen if it wasn't filmed that way. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming by. I'm going to have to get off here. I got to, number one, go to the restroom, and number two, I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So I really appreciate everybody coming by. Hey, it was awesome that we had that flurry of new people that come in. Well, I'm assuming, unless anybody has a opinion, we need to go ahead and finish out Friday the 13th. So we'll watch the first Friday the 13th next week, and then during the stream next week, we'll discuss 3 movies that we'll put up for a poll for the next week after that. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, anybody that watches this now or later, make sure you drop a thumb on it, a like, smash that like button once it posts, or any of my other videos. Even if you guys just say you suck, all my videos that you see on there, please just post a comment on it to get some activity on it. Mr. Ed, a horse is a horse, of course, of course. Yep. You have a good night too, Gigi. I hope you're doing better. And like I said, if you need anything, all you got to do is contact me. I appreciate everybody that showed up for the stream. Yeah, we might do that next. We'll talk about that next week. Don't let me forget, Doug. We'll talk about what we're going to watch. after that one, and then we'll have the Royal Rumble coming up in 2 weeks from next Sunday, I think. Or it'll be Saturday. On Saturday night, we'll watch the Rumble. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. Anybody that watches this now, just so you know what's coming up, I just posted I will say this, I've got some good activity on my videos. I want to appreciate everybody. I've gotten 96 subscribers this month. We're at 26, 22. I've actually gotten 122 subscribers since we did the giveaway. My weekly movie hunt in 1 day and 2 hours has got almost 800 views. No problem. You know, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, hopefully I can get. Yeah, can't wait for the Jeffy Awards. I've recorded everything for the Jeffy Awards now. I'm just tired of waiting on people. So I should edit it tomorrow night. It's going to be a big video, so I might post probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I want to get it out there before the weekend. I've got a Goodwill hunt that I still need to edit. I got a couple other videos. I got one where I'm going to talk about WWE DVDs. We got a couple other things in the works. So watch any of my videos and like them all, comment on all of them. I really appreciate everybody who's been supporting me. Like I said, looks like we got some good momentum. So let's don't lose it. Everybody, hopefully you come back next week. We'll watch the original Friday the 13th, and hopefully it'll be as fun as this one. Appreciated all the new people. I appreciate it. I got a super chat tonight, so that was nice of the person. Anybody that wants to donate after the fact, you can do super thanks after the fact, or you can hit me up on my Cash App, and I'm going to get rid of this right here. So yeah, I'm getting ready to close it out. And good night, everybody. Like Doug said, love you all. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316. And as always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.